Hello. So the sun tried to come out today, but the sun tried to come out and it looks like it's wants a storm or rain again. Um so I'm outside getting fresh air and the Wi-Fi's aren't working, but I still got my data. And gang stalkers are trespassing on private property, still gang stalking, and surveilling me illegally. But I'm the bad person. I'm the troublemaker, you know. And one of the gang stalkers backed out of the front entrance of the hotel room and almost hit me with his car. And he had the funny headlights. I wasn't allowed to film that. And so some of these gang stalking vehicles have their windows tinted so black, you know, so you really can't see who they are. But it's like I know they're gang stalking because if one vehicle pulls out as I walk by, and then another one pulls in, and then there's some more perps right there, but I can't put the camera on them, you know, and some more perps, and I really hate that noise right there. Even if some people got to do their job, I guess. And so some people got to do their job, but some people they make a noise like that and you know it's gang stalking. But I guess I'll give that a pass. I don't think that's gang stalking because they're trying to fix from the hurricane and stuff. So I understand that they got to do what they got to do. And here's a silver vehicle with one headlight, but I can't film it. Yeah. Freaking Freemason faggot. You know, so this video I want to talk about how gang stalkers and narcissistic abusers try to brainwash people against the victim. And they say stuff like, well, you don't know the real Candy for who she, you don't know the real Candy for who she really is. Or you don't know Candy like how I know her. You know, and stuff like that. They say that to convince, you know, a person who would be like, well, Candy, she's such a sweet person. Has a big heart. She has a heart of gold. She has a beautiful soul. And, you know, this old idiot right here. So if I'm all these great things, move. If I'm all these great things, then why am I always condemned for such wrongdoing? You know, if we target individuals, we need to stick together and we, you know, fighting for our basic survival. I'm feeling depressed every single day, wishing I had a car, well, an SUV, and you know, a vehicle and a nice place to stay, you know, and just that is one of the things that gets me down. And I hate just constantly feeling condemned and just punished so much. Just constantly always feeling punished. And it's like everybody is God over me. Then I'm always constantly being just judged 24/7. If targeted individuals, if we all supposed to stick together, narcissistic, exploitative, fake targeted individuals pretend like they have this utopian kind of, oh, let's get all TIs together and I'm gonna you know, buy up a place and have TIs come stay there. Why? So you can exploit and abuse them and keep them trapped in like a harem or something. like you keep them trapped in a little hole and then lock them in and tell them when when you can and can't leave. So you know when you want to trap people. So I don't know what kind of witchcraft that's being done. That Why do targeted individuals ignore each other's suffering? If I talk about what I'm struggling through and everybody ignores me, or I get just straight blocked, I have to express myself a certain kind of special way in order for them to listen. You know, I still kind of can't get over that person who claims to be targeted, and I'm venting out frustrations of what I'm going through, and all she can do is try to play God and judge and condemn me, and then have over 30 people follow suit and unfollowing and blocking me on Twitter, when other people don't get treated like how I do. you know so, and nobody said that shame on her for doing that. She wants to talk about how she's getting right with God. Well, you're not getting right with God by trying to play him. You're not getting right with God by trying to execute judgment that you don't have that authority. There's so many gang stalking vehicles that's distracting. Oh, see how I put the camera on them and now you're leaving? And so it's like everything is just so scary. And it's like I'm not allowed to film anything. I'm not allowed to express anything. Yeah, this blue SUV is acting bizarre. Yeah, it's like a lot of these cars playing merry-go-round in the parking lot. Even yesterday and the days before, so many of them. These gang stalkers can drive around in damaged cars, and the police don't even pull them over. What witchcraft do the gang stalkers and narcissistic abusers have that targeted individuals will defend them? Other targets will ignore you, and knowing that we're going through the same thing, and defend them against your already torment. And then it seemed like this car parked by the front entrance, nobody got out of the car. And it's like they're just sitting here and listening to me or watching me. You're not even a guest here. But I'm a guest here and don't have a right to film you. But, as I said, regular normal people and other targeted individuals, what kind of witchcraft spell are they under that when I'm in my biggest crisis, everybody will ignore me too? Everybody will run away from me. That I get kicked down even harder and attacked even more by the same people who's supposed to be going through what I'm going through. And I can never get any closure or support, and if we don't have family, how come? I still don't understand how come, people act like if I mention about my own family members gang stalking me, then they act like as if they don't even want to touch that topic with me. They act like they act like they don't even want to touch that topic with me. Um, so, and that makes me even more hurt because I don't get how my family members, when they get in people's head, they have, and it's numerous family members who would have like a large cult following to pretty much worship them. Here's another gang stalker. And how the hell, I'm in Pensacola, Florida, and even before this storm, I see more Texas license plates than Florida license plates. How and why? You know, so I mean, oh, you don't know Candy how I know her, or don't let Candy fool you. Candy's crazy, or she's this, she's that, and y'all targeted, and y'all still gonna listen to them. Y'all still think I don't deserve help. That I should just fuck off and go get a job instead of asking for help. When y'all know what the struggle is. Like, if we're all, like, how would you expect somebody to just easily get a job like that, knowing we're blacklisted, knowing we're blackballed, blacklisted, and if we do get a job, we get workplace mobbed, and if we do get a job, we get work. Why so many? Everybody's coming here. If we do get a job, we get workplace mobbed, and to the point to make you not want to work anymore. You know. So, and I have a whole bachelor's degree, and some people being like, well, you shouldn't. I have a whole bachelor's degree, and people are like, well, why don't you go and scrub some tables or something? Well, or they think, oh, you act like you think you're too good. Trust me. Tell me McDonald's think they're too good to hire me. It's the other way around. I have a bachelor's degree. You don't think I've applied at fast food and any other low income, low wage job that only want to keep you part-time, and you beg for more hours, and they don't want to let you work full-time? And then they hit you with the energy weapons so bad that they attack you until you quit. I have a bachelor's degree, and some people say that I'm overqualified, and some people be like, that's a shame, you deserve better than to have to work, scrubbing toilets for $8 an hour. So, that I'm restricted to only part-time, and I have that ticket to work that I've been having in my possession for years. Oh yeah, these definitely gang stalking together. Two vehicles, one come right after the other, and then they both pull off at the same time. But I can't film that though. And then some more gang stalking vehicles pulling. So many people just pulling in. Everybody, all these people. Where y'all come from? Where y'all coming from? So it's like targeted individuals having the same opinion about each other as the perps and narcissistic abusers have about the victims. If you're blocked from working, I've been wanting my own job since I was at least 14 years old, and to be independent and in control of my own life. But I'm 37 years old and still restricted from driving a car, restricted from drinking alcohol if I wanted to. Be told you better not drink. Told I better not get pregnant. I better not have kids. I have no business buying a bag of chips. You shouldn't have bought those chips. You had no business buying this or whatever. They don't want me living in hotel rooms. They think I deserve. They think that, even other so-called real TIs don't want me living in hotel rooms, and then they act like they have this jealous feeling, and then they try to falsely accuse me of exploiting and trying to get over on, and they try to make sure they spread that lie that falsely accuse me of exploiting and trying to get over on and scam other targeted individuals. And they just, and then the gang stalkers themselves bragged and admitted that they made those lies on me. So why are other TIs doing the same thing? And then other targeted individuals, I heard they get mobbed on and ganged up on by other supposed real targeted individuals too. So it happens to other TIs as well. If everybody gang up on you and attack you and mob you, why the hell should we deal with the same abuse and perping from other TIs the same way as, what the gang stalkers do? And that same person who wanted to unfollow me on Twitter for saying a curse word, funny thing is, she'll show up in church and smile in the gang stalker's face who's gang stalking her and perping her in church. She'll smile in their face and shake their hand and sit down and have dinner with the same person who's like literally oppressing her. And one perp, this narcissistic perp, on Yahoo Answers, try to compare uttering a curse word. He try to compare it to murder and pedophilia. I'm like, well, your self-righteousness in God's eyes is just as wrong. Thinking you're holier than thou, and you're exploitative and abusive, and you're a highly narcissistic gang stalking perp who's rich and would throw shit at the homeless. I'm transparent about my only $803 a month. Is it fair that I have a bachelor's degree and only forced to live off of this much money a month, that I'm not allowed to put my degree to use? I gave up on trying in Spanish anymore. And so many people have tried to doubt